Okay, this is everything I crocheted this year in the year 2024. Just in case you didn't own a calendar or didn't know, now you know. You're welcome. I am a great educator. This is also going to be a more realistic version of these types of videos because I watch what other people crochet every year because, you know, I gotta get good ideas to copy. To be inspired from to create new projects. And all these crochet YouTubers start the video out by going, "Oh, you guys, I only crocheted 10 things per month. I failed all of you, my audience, my mom, my grandma, my dog, my elementary school teacher, everyone. I can't bear to go outside again, but I hope you guys will forgive me." No, over here, I crochet maybe one thing a month, if I'm lucky. Okay, even though crochet is my main hobby, that doesn't matter because my new main hobby is procrastination. Even though crochet is the only thing I like and enjoy doing, it doesn't matter because I will procrastinate anything. It's a problem. Alright, that intro was long enough. Let's get started. So the first thing I crocheted are these two fingerless gloves. I don't know if it's the first thing I crocheted because this isn't gonna be in order. That's the other thing. I watch these videos and they go, on January 28th, I crocheted an Afghan cat sweater at 11:08 p.m. I don't know, so. But anyways, I crocheted these two fingerless gloves. They're super cute, super warm. I've worn them a few times. I don't have a pattern for this, but I actually did make a video on how to make these, but I never published it because by the time I finished these, it was March and there was no snow on the ground and it was warm, so I was like, I can't publish this, so I never did. So let me know if you want to see it. Probably not, but just in case. Also, the little fluffy part of these gloves, you would think it's really expensive yarn that I spent half of my savings on, but no, it was from the dollar store. Isn't that great? So don't let being broke stop your love for crocheting because this yarn is so soft and it's from the dollar store and it's way softer than this yarn that I spent a good amount of money on. Next, we got this hat. Very good hat. It's green. I'm not sure what else I'm supposed to say about it. It is a little bit too big because I was worried if I made it too small or too tight that my head would turn into the watermelon challenge where you put the rubber bands around and... Okay, that's kind of graphic. Hat. Okay, I did quite a bit of tapestry this year, as in 2 pieces. So the first one was this. I'm not sure what fruit this is, but I think it's an orange, but I don't know if oranges have leaves.
Artificial intelligence is no match for natural stupidity.
And I did make a video on how to do this if you want to make this. The problem with this is though, I don't know how to hang it up because I keep putting tape on the back and I'll just smack it to the wall and I think, okay, that's good. That's good. That's gonna stick very well. And then it falls after 30 seconds and I keep getting new tape for it and clearly the tape method is not working. And I don't want to ruin my wall by putting a hole in it with a screw or nail, I don't know. I'm not a handyman, clearly, so I don't know the proper terminology. I gotta invest in some blue tack or something. And I also made this cat one. Yeah! Oh my gosh, my cat meowed as I said that. My cutie. So yeah, I also made this cat one. I don't know where it is right now, so I can't show you, but I'll put up a picture of it when I do find it. And that's also the same problem. It keeps falling down. Then for my sister's birthday, I made this little cat. I'm not good at making stuffed animals, okay? I tried my best. It's definitely pretty derpy looking. I struggled so much attaching the eyes because the ends were hard to weave in, so I just cut them so they could pop out at any moment, which is disturbing. I did add a nose or feet, but as far as my sister knows, that was a part of the design. I know she was so terrified by this, but she didn't show me that she was. But when I went to get this for the video, it was shoved so far back in her closet behind every other stuffed animal that she owns. So, I don't know. I tried. It's kind of cute. Maybe if you look at it in bad lighting and you put a filter on it, it can be cute. Hi! Hey kitty. You like my cat? Okay, good talk. Okay, the next thing is this shirt. This one is really cute. I'm really proud of myself for this. I was envisioning beachy vibes, so I made this in the summer. I also made a tutorial on how to make this if you want to go watch it. The neckline scoops down, and then I did a wave stitch for the bottom. The yarn that I used on the bottom was cool because it was color changing, and it actually color changed quite nicely. Because usually when I use color changing yarn, it'll be in the middle of a row and it'll change colors and it'll look so bad. But this one turned out good. So I'm happy. Then I made this skirt too. Super cute. I really like it. I also made a video on this one too. Don't you worry. Not that you're gonna watch it, but you could if you wanted to. I really like the pattern for this skirt because the top part is single crochet and then it moves into half double crochet and double crochet, and then the very end bits are treble crochet, so I didn't really have to do any increasing, which is great. And I really like these little ruffles on the bottom. This took so long. You don't understand. I don't know how many rows this is, but it is too many for me to do and not lose my mind. I think I did lose my mind when I made this, but I love it. And it was worth it. I haven't worn it a single time since I crocheted, but it was worth it. And then I made these candle covers. They're super cute. I really like them. I keep saying that about everything, but I do like them. And they're both the exact same pattern, which I also made a tutorial on. And when I made these, I made a TikTok about it, and everyone in the comments was like, "Is that fire safe? Is my house gonna catch on fire if I do this?" And girl, I don't know. Okay? I don't know. They're honestly just used as decorations because I don't like candles. I really want to though, but I have this one roommate who really doesn't like candles because of our cats, and every time I light a candle, she freaks out and she's like, "The cat is going to get her tail in the fire and be lit on fire and die, and that's not good. We don't want that." And that roommate is my mom, so I can't argue with her. My mom is great, by the way. Oh my gosh. Why do drugs when you can sniff candles? Don't get it. This blanket I also made. It's not as big as I would like it to be because there's just some extra yarn that I had lying around the house, and I definitely did not have enough, and I don't know where it came from, so I don't know where to get more of it, and I honestly don't want to. But that's why I used treble crochet, because I wanted to get the most out of my yarn that I could. You know what I mean? My dog likes it. It's not big enough for a bed, but it's big enough for a dog, and that's all that matters. Okay, then I made this shirt, and I think this is one of my favorite shirts that I've ever made because it's not cropped. Usually whenever I make crochet shirts, I run out of yarn and they're super cropped, and I don't really like that look on me. I've actually been working on this shirt for a really long time, and I would only work on it whenever I felt anxious because, you know, crochet is therapeutic. But today I finished it, and I've had it done for a really long time. I just didn't weave in any of the ends, but today I weaved in all the ends. I only really used one ball of yarn for this, which is why when I had to make the back, I had to expand it with a second color of yarn. So then I embroidered these little X's in the back with the very little yarn that I did have left to kind of help it coincide together better. And if you're wondering what this stitch is, I think it's called the cherry blossom stitch. Same with the sleeves. It's the same stitch, just in a different color. And then I scrunched the middle down too, so it creates a great neckline on me, and I love it. Great shirt. Then for fall, I got a little festive. I was feeling the fall spirit this year, and I made this little leaf garland. I have the same problem with it though, where I can't get it to stick for anything because I keep using tape and I don't know how to hang it up. But it's not fall anymore, so it doesn't matter. And I also never ended up weaving any of the ends in, which is fine because it's also not fall anymore and it doesn't matter. I can leave them unweaved until next year when I do want to hang this up again, and that'll be next year me's problem. Yay! But I really like the yarn that I used. I have this color changing one, yellow, green, more color changing one, red. Just cute. This one is great too because it's great for your physical fitness, and you can use this as a jump rope anytime you want to. Get that cardio in. That was a tough workout. Also for fall, I crocheted one leg warmer. Where's the other one, you might ask? I don't know. I never made another one. And if anyone asks, I'll say I was wearing them and then a baby was crawling on the street of New York and came up to me and ripped it off and took it. Can't believe babies these days, man. Why'd they do that? But this is cute too. I did a cable stitch all throughout. I want to make another one of these though because I do want a pair of leg warmers. Maybe I can fit both of my legs in and I don't need to make another one. I'll probably make the second one tonight or something. I'm working on it. No, I'm not. My New Year's resolution is to make another one. How about that? Okay, this next thing is the best thing I think I made this year. It's a tote bag, and it's the first tote bag that I've ever crocheted. I think I want to add a lining into it though, because it's super holey, and I don't think it can really hold that many things. And one day, I was walking home with this, and I had some scissors in it, because you know I need my crochet kit with me everywhere I go. And I was walking around, and the scissors were just poking out of the hole and stabbing me in the leg constantly. Which is a great way to walk home, because if anyone were to come up to me and bother me, I could just go like, with the scissors poking out to stab them. But that's not good for my leg. My leg really hurt. I added a little shell stitch to the strap. I only had enough yarn for one strap, but I think it's okay. And this is also my first time ever making a granny square. Or I don't know why, but I've just never made one before. And it's really cute and I like it. I keep saying that about everything. I need a different adjective. This is the most exquisite bag I've laid my eyes upon. And then for Christmas, I crocheted my sister this little drawstring bag. It's not that big, but she only wanted it to be able to hold some AirPods and chapstick. So that's the size I based it around. I used double crochet for it, but I used a really small hook, so it's not super holey or anything. And that's the last thing I have on me. Everything else was a gift, but I'll put in pictures of what I made. So also for Christmas, I made my mom this little cat cup cover. Not as terrifying as the other cat you saw in the video, but it was also white. And she hasn't used it yet. What the hell, Mom? Why are you not using the gift that I made for you? I'm gonna cry. So sad. I'm so sad. And then I crocheted these two green mittens for my dad, which is kind of an unusual gift for a dad, I feel. But he wanted them, so I made them for him. Because last year I made him this blue beanie. It was light blue. It was the same yarn that I used as the Taylor Swift cardigan. And he wanted a hat for Christmas, so I made him a hat. But he will not wear it. He would refuse to wear it in public because he said the light blue was too demasculating. I don't know if that's a word. It wasn't too feminine for him, and he said he got embarrassed by the color of the hat whenever he went in public and would hang out with his guy friends. So this year I just straight up asked him, what do you want me to crochet you? And he's like, I want mittens, which I feel like is more embarrassing than the hat, but whatever. They are nice mittens, so I did a good job. Tough time. I also crocheted this bow. I don't know where it is right now, so I don't have it with me, but I did make a tutorial on it, and it is a really cute bow. It's a great accessory. And I really like the tutorial that I made for that bow because I just think the video was funny. So you should go and watch it. Okay, next, not to clickbait you, but I made this last year. I know, I'm horrible. I'm evil. But it's the Taylor Swift 1989 cardigan, and I basically spent a year making it. So this is the best thing I have ever made. Okay, this is my most prized possession that I owned. And this took me months to make. This took me so long, and I want to show it off because I have not revealed it to the public at all, and it deserves its moment of fame. Everything is basically the same except I didn't put the seagulls on it because I made this cardigan before she put out her actual 1989 cardigan. So it's just the folklore cardigan, but it's blue. I love it so much, but I'm scared to wear it anywhere. Because I don't want to get it messed up. And that was everything I crocheted this year. Like I said, I didn't really crochet a ton of stuff, but I am happy with the stuff that I made. And thank you for sitting here and listening to me talk this long. And subscribe if you want to. Only if you want to. It'd be cool and I'd like it a lot. Okay, thank you. Have a good new year.